It is day 63 of my 90-day fast, and I'm down to 348, which is a 82-pound loss so far. One common question I get is, how do you stay disciplined? I guess I'll go over that today in case that helps somebody else get through this if they decide to start a water fast. One thing I'll probably start with, and it doesn't really help, but I do think about food multiple times throughout the day. During the fast, you will notice how much food is advertised to you, and also how much food is involved in being social. I honestly just think about the bigger picture. The goal here is to beat heart failure. This is so we can go back to no more doctors, no more medication, no more restriction on physical activity. So if you have a reason why, just think about the long-term reason why. Also, after a certain amount of time, you can't just eat what you're actually craving. You might end up getting really sick from that. So yeah, on day like 28, you want to go ahead and you're like, man, I really want a burger. Yeah, you can't really eat that burger because you're gonna get super sick, and that pain from eating that burger is not worth it. This might be hard to explain. So for me, like mentally, I have to come up with the best argument as to why to stick to something. This goes for most things in life. So I had to look at fasting from different angles. I would save the most money because I don't have to buy any food. I would also get a good amount of weight loss in at the same time. I shouldn't have any excess skin from the fasting as well. I can't not do it. I can't not make time for it. I know those are double negatives, but you can't wake up too late in the morning to not fast. Like you can't, like the same way you can make the excuse not to go to the gym, or that you don't have enough time to cook food. There's no food, so there's no gym involved either. So yeah, those excuses are out the window. Yeah, I personally couldn't come up with a good enough reason not to do it, except for I'm just used to eating food, which is too poor of an excuse for me mentally to accept. So I had no excuses to not do it. So I was comparing fasting to another strategy of just 1,800 calories and gym 6 times a week. With that method, I was losing about 10 pounds a month. That also plateaued at one point, which discouraged me. Then when we revisited picking a new strategy, fasting came up, and it was much quicker and seemed to yield the best results. So if you think about it, all those excuses are out the window, and this is also the quickest method. After all that, then it's really hard not to stay with it when you know the bigger picture. When you go the fasting route, you can lose up to a pound a day, and that would be 30 pounds a month, which if you do the math is much faster than a pound a week. Although I was losing about 2 pounds a week with that method, it did start to plateau at 5 pounds a month, and then it just got stuck. Lastly, like I mentioned before, one of the symptoms of heart failure is sudden death. So when you think about it, if you have the potential of sudden death in the back of your mind, then it's not too hard to stay motivated or disciplined on fasting. Hope that was detailed enough to explain how I stay so disciplined. We are now 27 days away from eating food again.